What's up, family? It's the manhood mentor, Jabar Lance Brown, the 6-foot giant reporting for duty. Hello. And today's lesson, conviction, or with an S plural, convictions can make or break you, right? And I did that intentionally because this is in essence two words, right? Singular and plural when you add the S. And this is a really, really important lesson because it's two sides to the same coin, right? It's two angles to the same word, to the same, perspective. So what we want to do is we want you guys to really understand how you can be affected by both sides of this same coin right here. Both sides of the word conviction can either make or break you in some regard. And that's our reasoning behind, compiled on this lesson and really trying to help you to understand that until you as a man can increase your value, then other people will never agree to follow you. Until you as a man can increase your value, then other people will never agree to follow you, which is the opposite of you being a leader, right? If nobody is following you, right? You're not a leader yet in their eyes. This is why they don't follow you, right? And what this means is what you've been able to do thus far that they've been able to witness has not convinced them yet of your greatness, yet of your mental fortitude and stability in making decisions. It has not influenced them yet that you are the man. And we are in a very unique and evolutionary time because any of us can search out the answers to our problems with little to no effort, right? All of the answers to life's problems are right there in your pocket. I mean, literally, man. I mean, we all have the power to educate ourselves with information that we search out on the internet, and we could even become smarter than an Ivy League professor. Not to mention, the internet has so much information that any of us can start our own school and maybe even hire a professor one day, or you may even be able to educate yourself well enough to be the professor at your own school because you have become an expert in the game of surviving in life. You see, they could teach you a lot of stuff inside them four walls of that university or that classroom, champ, but none of that don't mean nothing if you can't get out here and let rubber meet the road and start winning some of these races. Yeah. And that's one example or one aspect of what conviction is, right? By definition, conviction is a strong or firmly held belief in a subject or matter, right? So in order to be a winner in life, you must first have conviction in yourself. You must have a firmly held belief in yourself that the abilities you possess will make you successful at what you want to do and what you want to become. This is why we train every day. And this is why we aim to constantly get better every day. You see, our goal is to enhance our abilities so that it'll match our level of conviction, our firmly held belief in ourselves. Now, if you have conviction in yourself, then you can conquer anything, right? And you can influence other people to help you along this mission, which is what a leader does. A leader influences people positively, right? This is an example of how having conviction can make you, right? This is an example of how having conviction can make you into what you want to become or what you want to do or who you want to be in this world, right? Now, the opposite spectrum of the word conviction, which is how a conviction can break you and not necessarily break you down into being incapacitated, but it can break your stride, right? So the opposite spectrum of the word conviction, which is to have a final judgment of guilty in a criminal case and the punishment that is imposed. The final judgment of guilty in the criminal case and the punishment that is imposed, or actually having a conviction on your criminal record can break your momentum and break your stride, right? Now, this is a reality that can destroy any chances of you becoming great. Notice I continue to say can, which means it's an option, right? It's not a definite, so I didn't say it will. Now, this is my perspective. When we all come into this world, we have a clean slate with the judicial system, meaning we have no criminal background, right? Now, at this time, we, being men, the individual, have the power to choose who we'll become, where we'll live, what school we attend, who our friends will be, what profession we'll serve in. I mean, the choice is yours, right? Like them brothers, black sheep. Yeah, the choice is yours. You can get with this or you can get with that. We basically have a blank check in our possession, right? It's a blank check for us to fill out and write any amount on it. And the universe has to respond accordingly. We're free, right? And we're free to think for ourselves. You see, this is the most important thing. When I say we're free, right, we're free from a preconceived notion. You can formulate any thought you want at that time. Now, am I saying that you won't have any challenges on the way to fulfilling the prophecy of this blank check? No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is this. At this point, you have the advantage, you see, and that's what I'm all about. I'm all about conditioning us as men to create the vantage point for ourselves, and then it trickles down over into the environment and the people that we're responsible for. You see, at this point, you don't have any justifiable reasoning for the system of America to display prejudice towards you. You don't have any convictions. Now, if you do go out here and you do commit an infraction against the law and you do suffer a conviction, then most likely you'll be punished for it. Having a conviction on your criminal record is like having a continual sufferance. Let me explain, okay?